This is a watercolor painting of my dogs Penny and Daisy. They're good dogs, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about watercolor painting. Watercolor painting is one of the most beautiful, but also one of the trickiest art techniques out there. You have to be able to plan ahead and visualize the shapes in your drawing, and you really only have one shot. You can't color over it or erase watercolor. But no other technique allows for the beautiful fades and bleeds and the watery look that watercolor creates. Here's the basics. It all starts with some watercolor paints and water, and you use the paint and the water to make a very light puddle of watery paint on a tray. Once you have your puddle, you can begin painting the big shape. Leave holes for any details like eyes or windows. Any details you don't leave a space for will become blended into your base shape, and for some details that looks good, and for others it doesn't. For this drawing, the shape is coming straight from my imagination, and it looks like the shape of a cat dragon, so we'll roll with that. Now I'm going to mix up another puddle, a different color. I'm going to go with a red color here, paint and water, and then I'm going to allow this paint to fade into that base layer. Think of these fades as shadows or other details for the dragon. That could be little scales or feathers. Now, to paint details that don't fade in, for example, eyes or teeth, I'm going to paint that straight from the paint tray. Put a little bit of water in the paint tray to wake the paint up, and then you can lay that straight down onto the painting. I could add darker shadows or crisper lines into the wings. I can add little claws, little teeth. And if I paint this on top of the base layer, it will fade a little bit. But if I paint it into those white areas like the eyes won't fade into the body of the dragon. And this drawing shows all the basics. Painting in shapes, not lines, letting some of the details fade, letting some of them be crisp. Remember to keep those things in mind as you paint your watercolor. I want to go ahead and show you one more example. And for this example, I'm painting using a reference image, not just an imaginary image. But the same basic watercolor principles apply. I'm painting my base shape with the yellow, then I'm mixing up puddles of other colors and dropping them in for the shadow areas, like the shadow on the ear or the shadow around the eye. I'm going to go in and paint the shape of the nose and mouth. All of these are my base layers, so they're light. Now I'm going in with some darker to get the details inside the mouth, and some whiskers. Add a darker layer on top of the eye, starting with those big shapes and then moving on to the smaller details, just like I did with the cat dragon. All right, now it's your all's turn, and first we're gonna do one just from our imagination, and then after that we will do one with a reference image.